Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Firehouse's Mentor Monday. So this week we're going to switch it up a little bit. Today's actually my 18th wedding anniversary to my beautiful bride, Lauren, and I just want to give her a shout out because all that I've been able to do over our last 20 years together on this job is because of her and her support. And of course with my son, Luke, having that family unit at home sure does make my job and my life a whole lot easier. Whenever you need someone to hold down the fort, she has done a magnificent job while also being a nurse in several trauma ERs and moving her way up in the nursing world. Nothing's ever stopped her or slowed her down. So to my wife, Lauren, happy anniversary. So going forward, I see a lot of people are starting to retire. A good friend of mine, Corley Moore, just had his retirement yesterday. So I think it's important to hit on the subject of retirement and what it truly means, and more or less the importance of a retirement ceremony and a retirement party. And so I know that a lot of firefighters out there, they don't want to have a retirement ceremony. They may not even want a party because firefighters, we never like being the center of attention. But I have a different take on it. We hold retirement ceremonies and parties for our families. And I encourage you as you go along in your career and as you get closer to retirement that you start to consider a couple things. Is as we work this job, we have several moments that we spend with some of our best friends, right? And we get every day in the firehouse. We get every day working together, going through some of the most toughest moments that a human being could experience, and all the way up to the most happiest moments that a human being could experience. And we do that together as a crew. And our family sacrifices that because they're not there, and they sacrifice us, and they give us away to the fire service for an X amount of years. And the part of the retirement ceremony is not so much for you or me or the guy or girl next to us. It is for our family. It's the opportunity for us to look at our family in their eyes and thank them for all that they've done throughout our careers, and to thank them for their sacrifice. And not only that, allow them to look around the room and see what we do as firefighters, and to experience the tradition and experience all that this job has to offer. That's why we do retirement ceremonies. That's why we have retirement parties. It's not just so we can enjoy it ourselves and say, oh, look at me, I'm retiring, I did 25 years on the job, but it's so we can look at our family and say, you sacrificed for 25, 30, 35 years. You sacrificed everything with me so that I could be successful on this job and help the citizens that we serve. And so I think that it's super important that when we go through this, that we consider having retirement ceremonies. I'm not saying that you have to. I'm not saying you're wrong if you don't have one. I'm just saying that if you're having trouble making that decision, or if you don't know what decision to make, then think about your family. Think about the moments that they get to be there and they get to witness, and the many thanks that they will receive that day for all the sacrifice that they've had over all the years. So, that's my tip for this week. Remember that retirements are not just about you. They're about your family and thanking your family. And for one last time, happy anniversary, Lauren. I love you very much. Until next week, love the job, train hard, and stay smart. See you next week.